And now an update on the US protests, and the US has apologized to India on Thursday for the desecration of Mahatma Gandhi's statue in Washington, D.C. The statue was vandalized with graffiti and spray paint outside the Indian embassy in Washington.
In a Twitter message, US Ambassador to India Ken Juster said he was appalled by the horrific death of George Floyd and the awful violence and vandalism in the days that followed. He assured that his country stands against prejudice and discrimination of any type and that they will recover and be better. The statue of Mahatma Gandhi outside the Indian embassy in Washington, D.C. was reportedly desecrated by unknown persons allegedly involved in the ongoing protests in the US against the custodial killing of African American George Floyd. The incident is reported to have taken place on the intervening night of 2nd and 3rd June. Officials of the Indian embassy informed the US State Department and registered a complaint with the local law enforcement agencies. The US Park Police has now launched an investigation. Cast in bronze, the sculpture of Mahatma Gandhi was dedicated by then Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee in the presence of then US President Bill Clinton on 16 September 2000 during his state visit to the United States. The US has been witnessing large-scale protests triggered by the death of African American George Floyd in police custody. Demonstrations entered the 8th day on Wednesday, despite the prosecutors leveling new criminal charges against 4 Minneapolis policemen implicated in the death of George Floyd. Earlier this week, the protests turned violent, resulting in large-scale looting, damage to properties and monuments, and vehicles being set ablaze, leading to a situation of civic unrest in the country.